I used to think my stress came from other people, their moods, their opinions, their silence, their choices. But the real problem was deeper. I was trying to manage what I could never control. That is why the let them theory hit me so fast. The idea sounds almost too simple at first. Let them judge. Let them leave. Let them misunderstand. Let them be who they are. And here is the strange part. That does not make you weak. It makes you free. A lot of people are tired in a way sleep does not fix. They are tired from chasing approval, explaining themselves, and trying to keep everyone happy. I know that kind of tired. It drains your mind. It steals your peace. Mel Robbins says the fight is not just with people. It is with the fantasy that you can control them. And once I saw that, the book stopped feeling soft and started feeling sharp. Because the first move is not to fix everyone else. It is to stop bleeding energy on what was never yours to hold. What makes this book powerful for me is that it names a quiet habit many of us do not even notice. We keep trying to steer other people's thoughts, feelings, and reactions. We want the text back. We want the invite. We want the praise. We want the apology. But people are not puppets. They have their own minds, their own fears, their own mess. And when I think about it that way, so much stress starts to make sense. The more I try to control a person, the more tense I feel. The more I try to win everyone over, the more I lose myself. This is where the book feels very real. It is not only about feelings, it is about energy. If I spend all day worrying about what other people think, I have less left for my work, my health, my money, and my future. That is the hidden cost. Control drains the same fuel I need to build a life. So the first win is simple. I stop fighting reality. I let people be people. Then I can see my own next step more clearly. Then the book makes a second move, and this is where it gets interesting. Let me. Let them is the release. Let me is the response. I think that is why this idea lands so well. It does not just tell me to stop caring, it tells me where to put my care instead. Let me choose. Let me set the boundary. Let me stop over-explaining. Let me leave the room. Let me make the hard call. That shift matters because a lot of us get stuck in the middle. We know something feels off, but we wait for other people to change first. We wait for permission. We wait for signs. We wait for perfect timing. But life rarely gives perfect timing. So the book gives a cleaner rule. If I cannot control the person, I can still control my move. If I cannot change the reaction, I can still choose the action. For me, that is where calm begins. Not in fixing every problem, in knowing I still have a next step. That small pause between their choice and my response is where real power lives. I also like how practical this book is with boundaries. It does not ask me to give a speech, win an argument, or make everyone understand. That is a relief. Most boundaries fail because we try to make them sound nice. We explain too much, we soften too much, we hope the other person will agree. But a boundary is not a request for permission. It is a decision about what I will do. So if a coworker is rude, I do not need to chase their approval. If a family member keeps pressing me, I do not need to keep defending myself. If a friend keeps crossing the line, I do not need another long talk just to prove my point. I think this is one of the cleanest lessons in the book. Less chasing, less convincing, more deciding. That also matters at work and with money. When I stop trying to look good for everyone, I make better choices. I do not spend to impress. I do not stay stuck in the wrong path because I am scared of judgment. Boundaries protect my peace, but they also protect my future. The deeper emotional lesson here is approval. So many people are quietly living for it. I understand that. I have seen how easy it is to bend your life around what others may think. You dress for their eyes. you choose for their comfort. You delay moves that would help you, just because someone might question them. But the book keeps bringing me back to one hard truth. Not everyone will like my choices, and that is normal. That line can feel rough at first, but it is also freeing. Because once I accept that I cannot please everyone, I can finally build something honest. I can choose a job for the right reason. I can spend money based on my real life, not my image. I can stop treating every opinion like a warning sign. Here is the weird part. The more I stop needing approval, the clearer I get. I do not need to become cold. I just need to stop making other people the judge of my life. That is when confidence starts to grow in a real way. Not loud, just steady. So the big lesson for me is simple. Peace does not come from controlling people, it comes from releasing them. Let them be who they are. Then let me choose what happens next. That is the heart of this book. Not passivity, not pretending things do not hurt. Just clear eyes, clean boundaries, and less wasted energy. I think that is why this theory matters so much for everyday life. It helps me pause before I react. It helps me stop chasing every opinion. It helps me put my strength back where it belongs. And if I am honest, that kind of calm is rare. Most people do not need more pressure. They need a clearer mind. If you want more book ideas made simple, subscribe to the 5-Minute Shelf. I keep coming back to this lesson because it is one I still need. I cannot run my life and everyone else's too. I can only choose my next move. And that is enough.